Hi, and welcome to the Market Alert for Wednesday, the 7th of October 2020. So, the twilight zone continues as Trump yesterday says he's calling off stimulus negotiations with Democrats until after the election. And once again, Sam, thanks for sending this in, because as you read through this article, it's just incredible. The arrogance or confidence, it depends which way you look at it, but you'll see here in a tweet that he sent out yesterday. He said, immediately after I win, we will pass a major stimulus bill that focuses on hardworking Americans and small businesses. Incredible. So like I say, the parallel universe of all of the things that are going on at the moment, bizarre things, continue. So obviously the market fell out of bed after this, but has recovered overnight, which we'll look at in just a moment. But this will really upset the Democrats, and I would say that the gloves are off now. And also, it's all coming out that he didn't have COVID, but then that doesn't make any sense because half the White House apparently have got COVID, so they need to make up their minds. The whole thing's a mess. As I said before, it's a tinderbox. It's the perfect storm: Brexit, COVID, and the US election. The only thing that I will say here is at least it stopped another 2.2 trillion being added to the debt, growing debt of 26 trillion. But other than that, it'll get passed after and straight away if the Democrats win the election. So let's have a look at yesterday before this hit the markets. The DAX came off the DP level in the pre-market session. The futures open, sold from the 200 MA all the way down to the DP level there, and then started to move higher, which you can see there. And then the market opened, prices came down to the DP. It was to the BRN. It was quite violent and volatile, and then immediately the market turned around and shot up straight to the scalp and then back to the entry price before prices then turn around and move back down to the DP and held initially at the DP level but then broke and moved to the downside. I'm going to fast forward because you'll see the market coming back to the 20 bar moving average, eventually breaking and then continuing to the downside there. No interest in the upside. We see some profit taking here. Prices become sideways. They try to get back to the DP level, and then prices break down here after turning green. They fail to hold. Got the DP here, the 200 MA and a BRN above, and prices moving down then. And then you've got the buying pressure coming into the market there. You can see the volume is greater than the previous bar. Prices are sideways. And then the S1 becomes support, and then we've got Lagarde speaking for an hour. So no more trades, even though there is a trade there. As I've said many times, you don't want to be in the market when you've got a central banker speaking. And Lagarde spoke for about an hour from what I can gather. And then we went into the 10 o'clock cutoff. Prices started to move, and then they continued to move throughout the morning. I had a look at the daily chart just to see where we were, and we'd gone straight through the 89% and the recent high to the left in the mid-morning after Lagarde had finished speaking there. So let's just come back somewhere here. We'll have the starts. So prices opened in the afternoon and just moved low. You can see there, having moved higher in the in the morning to early afternoon. Before the Dow opened, prices had moved higher, as we saw in the daily chart. Prices closed back below the R1. Here we've got Powell speaking. So it was, as I said yesterday, it was a day of central bankers. You can see there the market moving lower. This is the first time prices closed back above the 5-bar moving average there, and then failed to hold, and then prices trade sideways, and you can see we had a potential buy signal here. We've got a good half an hour, 3/4 an hour before Powell speaks. He's not going to speak until we get to the red line now. Enough time for the market to move higher. Trades to the R1, trades to the scalp. Just hang in there for a bit. Move the stop to break even just to see if prices would hold. But as soon as we got the potential weakness came out of the trade, and then of course Powell spoke, and whatever he said, immediately the market came back to the BRN and they bought it back, and then he spoke again for an hour. So let's have a look overnight, see where we are in the German DAX. And if we go to the earlier part or the latter part of the session, well, not the session, this is the evening session, you can see that the electronic market moved lower, down sharply, 150 points, 200 by the time we got to just move this over to the start of the overnight. Prices have been working their way back, which they're going to, because, as I say, there is some sense in what Trump has done and not printing any more money for the time being. Whether he's using that, well, he's obviously using it to as a vote catcher. No doubts about that, because a lot of conservatives will see that the constant printing of debt isn't going to do any favours down the line, whereas the Democrats are socialising everything right up to helicopter money if given the chance. So the DAX recovering overnight. You can see there already returned and pulled back 3/4 of the down move from yesterday. So again, let's have a look, see where we are as far as the upside is concerned. We're going to have to come up to here, down to here, to see where we are as far as recovering. So watch the 62% area and yesterday's high. Those two will be interesting. So let's just have a look, see how far we are off yesterday's high for the German DAX, and you can see it's not too far away at all. It's only 50, 70, 80 points there, 100 points between this blue line and this one, but given we're already 25 points there, so about 80 points for the German DAX to move to the upside. Meanwhile, in the Dow, we had a 700 point drop when Trump said that he wasn't going to drop the stimulus package, or stimulus package 2.0. And again, you can see that prices are making their way back, and it's going to be the long side for sure, as you'll see here in the daily chart on the Dow as well. Not made as much progress as the DAX so far, but don't be surprised if we see the market back at the 62 and also the high of yesterday as well. So let's have a look at the news today. Again, we've got central bankers again, but 110 for the criminal. She's out at 1:10, and then of course we've got the FOMC meeting minutes, regular thing, monthly thing, which is at 7 p.m. So the market will be waiting then. So it should be able to make its way back to the upside without too much concern, really, given that there's not a lot of other news. And as we've seen many times before, they need the markets back on the highs, and they'll do whatever they can to bring the market back up, especially heading into the election next month as well. Okay, that will do it for this one. If there is anything else to report, I will let you know. But otherwise, as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the